Welcome back, everybody. We are back. We did a little intro in our sports section. If you didn't happen to watch that, we got sick. And for those of you that didn't catch it or see those storms, by the way, this is episode 47, Marvel section, Mychal, Glaziar, Joe Rybolt, all that good stuff. But if you didn't catch those storms over the United States, my office and everything got wrecked. I'm still in that same room, but everything around me that you can't see off camera is not the same, and it smells like wet carpet, even though it shouldn't be wet anymore because I've been working nonstop on it. But yeah, so just wanted to go through that quick. The reason we've been off is we've both been not feeling well, and then the storms kind of delayed everything. We recorded 2 weeks ago. We recorded an episode halfway through, and then everything just went downhill from there. So yeah, we're back though. We missed everything. We know we've heard all the fan mail, or we've seen all the fan mail. We've heard the complaints, like, why have you guys stopped posting? So we've heard it all. We're here.
Yeah,
we
missed a lot of erotic fan fiction in the emails. If you've seen those,
I was a fan of those. I really like.
When that one guy brought in when he brought in the tentacles, that's where really I was hooked at that point.
Right. I mean, we're fans of Marvel, and he brought in Shumagorath for it. It was perfect.
Amazing.
So thank you, Dick Tickler 69. That was amazing. So I appreciate that. So we had some good stuff to talk about. We've got new trailers. People got to see 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. We
almost got to see Thor's ass.
We almost got to see Thor's ass.
Yeah.
The episode we were recording was the week after we saw Multiverse of Madness. So we will be talking about that. But first, we would like to talk about Miss Marvel. Then we're going to talk about She-Hulk and Thor. And then we're going to talk about Multiverse of Madness. And if we have time, we are going to discuss some Kenobi or the hype for it.
Yeah.
So first, some people got to see, members of the media got to see the first 2 episodes of Miss Marvel. Yeah. We also got to see an extended cut. The fans did. They got to see like an extended trailer cut where we got to see more of how her powers work.
Sure.
Got to hear.
You got to see the big hands.
Big hands. You don't want to catch those hands.
No, not at all.
No, thank you. But all the reactions so far from the media have been positive.
Yeah,
and I've not seen anything negative.
It's awesome. Been we've established the negative in our mind from day one. No, it's been it's a very breath of fresh air, kind of new, very teen drama kind of thing. I've seen nothing but comments about Iman Vellani absolutely just being the perfect candidate, and I think we all agreed that was probably going to be the case anyway. A lot of homecoming vibes, like the teenage vibes going with it. I'm very excited. Every new Marvel project I'm excited for, regardless. I don't know what to expect, so
for sure. I don't think they I've mentioned this to you when we were talking about it. I don't think they would say a lot of negative things because she's so young. So she has been protected a little bit there, but obviously the internet will do that for them. We'll see how the internet reacts. However, I will take what the internet says with a grain of salt, because it's a lot of Marvel fans are I think it's ages 18 to 27, and then is a large chunk, and then 27 to 40 is a even bigger chunk.
The hardcore fans. Yeah.
This episode or this show is not for us. We're part of that 27 to 40.
Yeah.
But this isn't targeted at us. This is targeted for the young viewers.
Yeah,
this is supposed to be for the 15-year-olds, the 14-year-olds.
Right.
This is a PG. Pretty sure
TV Y7 or something like that.
Yeah, it is meant for children,
youth. Yep.
Yeah, so we shouldn't be expecting destruction and murder. There's gonna be she's gonna be catching things that are destructive.
She's gonna do her toadstool jumps things, she's gonna slap some people around. She's gonna slap some people around. We might get a shit in there.
Probably not. But probably won't get a single curse word in there. But that, like I said, this isn't for our age group. So while we can find the positives in it and enjoy it, it's not for us. So that's one thing for the viewers that are thinking about whether or not they're interested. I've seen a lot of people saying they're not excited for it, that they're making all these wrong decisions. Got to go in with a different mindset.
Yeah.
This is meant to be a kids show. It's gonna be canon and continuity, so you're gonna want to see it for those purposes to catch everything. We've heard that Hulk, Wong, and Miss Marvel are all potential. Not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel are all potential cameos already. So you might see some people you'll like, and get a little bit of a different story. But it's also, if you like the idea of watching a personal growth story. I love Disney movies still as a kid. I still love the animated Disney movies. They're all usually personal growth stories now. This is going to be similar to that. So if you go in thinking of it with that mindset, I think it'll be a lot more interesting and valuable. But I do think that I'm disappointed with the reasoning. They said they changed the powers. So while the powers are still cool, I'm becoming more open-minded to it. They said they didn't want her to have similar powers to Mr. Fantastic, but we have She-Hulk, we got Kate Bishop and Hawkeye, we
Photon,
we have Rescue, we have all these characters.
Wasp.
We have a lot of characters that are already similar. So I wish they would have just been honest and just said something, like, even if it was something like the CGI is more forgiving by doing this style.
Maybe they're not ready to introduce the Inhumans too.
Right.
That could be.
I love your idea with them being Terrigen crystals.
Terrigen bands.
Or bands. And then they break, and the last episode is like her going through Terrigenesis.
I think that would be sweet.
With Black Bolt being in Multiverse of Madness, Inhumans exist.
Black Bolt was probably one of the fans' favorite things was Black Bolt. So
it was talked about for sure after day one was Mr. Fantastic and Black Bolt.
Yeah, and the fact that Anson Mount came from probably the worst Marvel product ever made,
Inhumans.
And he came back and reprised his role. They gave him the badass new suit, and they introduced him as King of the Inhumans. So the fact that they weren't ready for Inhumans, but they set the groundwork. So
if they either have to make her not Inhuman, or hopefully they make her some like go through Terrigenesis somehow.
Yeah.
That's all I want from the show. Otherwise, I'm going in with it. I've been very negative on the show. I think they're gonna do it right. Obviously the powers are disappointing, but going in with a different mindset. I think it's just gonna
be a fun little thing. Like, that's how I interpret it. It's gonna be like a fun little adventure.
If you're looking for a more like grown-up PG-13 or higher Disney show to watch at this time, Kenobi comes out. That'll be what people should watch. Otherwise, we have Thor will be coming out, Black Panther later this year. There's gonna be stuff. She-Hulk. There'll be you'll get your content. Speaking of She-Hulk, we got a quick little trailer clip of it, and then came out that Disney came out with a different one.
They came out with the TV spot at the during the Celtics game, I think. And that was released on YouTube, and then they re-released a Disney Plus one. And the Disney Plus one has
updated CGI.
Very way better CGI.
Because the first one, everybody said looked like Fiona, looked like Shrek, it looked like very elementary CGI.
Yeah, you've got Mark Ruffalo, and you see all the facial features, the wrinkles, the cheekbones, everything. And then you basically just got a green face.
It looks like there's a green filter, like a joke filter on her screen. But the updated version, she has texture to her skin, and I like the trailer. I thought it looked like it was gonna be good. Looks like it is targeted towards a more female audience, which I think in a way is smart. But as we've seen before, if you target specifically for women only, those tend to tank. So I do think they need to make sure they do include masculine things, because 75% plus of their viewers are going to be men. If you target it at that 25%, you're only going to get 25% viewership, which is not going to end well. But the show does look good to me. I like the controversy is she's too skinny. She's not muscular enough. She's even in the teasers, her legs were bigger than what they were in the actual clip. There are versions of both.
There are versions of her where she's yoked, right? She's huge, and then there's when she first starts out, she is very thin.
And like, there's different reasons. It was a boys' comic, so they wanted a sexual woman. They wanted like a sexy lady. They did it because they wanted a feminine Hulk. They wanted her to be like look skinny and kind of like hot still, but still be able to kick your ass.
Right.
So there's different reasons. Different, like they've had the super jacked one. By the way, one of the super jacked ones, that was the Invincible She-Hulk comics. I think it was the Invincible.
Yeah, there's one where she's huge. Like she's bigger than our
worst
Thor right
selling
now.
She-Hulk comic of all time.
Right.
So like, that just shows you the audience. Like, yes, the viewership, the people were very loud about her not being big enough. When it comes to the people that are actually watching and actually paying, which is what Disney and Marvel have to think about, they've shown in the past the people that are actually going to watch it, the loud people,
and she can bulk up a little bit throughout her adventures because she's going to be beating up people. She's going to be lifting heavy objects.
This is supposed to be the start of it.
It's literally her origin story. Like it's
even Hulk changes.
Yeah,
he completely changes.
Yeah, he went from super badass and Incredible Hulk to like mid right now. So
yeah, and now he's Professor Hulk basically.
Yeah.
So he's I would like he's done his changes. He's gotten a little smaller, more contained.
Right.
He doesn't really smash.
Right.
She's gonna start out trying to. It's clear this show is gonna be about her balancing being.
Yeah, because it's not just the title of the thing, right? It's not like WandaVision or Moon Knight or Miss Marvel. It's She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Like they purposely added the tag in there, so it's gonna be about her being, an attorney for
balancing her normal life as a superhero.
And she's the one that like has a normal job as a Avenger. So
and it's about her love life. We saw in the trailer that she's gonna be dating.
Gonna smash.
Right, exactly. She's gonna smash, and that dude in that trailer. I loved that. Actually made me chuckle in the trailer when she picks him up to walk away, and he's just like, "Let's do this."
Yeah,
like when they're at dinner.
That unlocked a whole nother fandom.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, they were at dinner, and he makes a comment like, and that he likes it, and then she goes, "Let's go back to like." She immediately says,
"Should we get something to go?" And she's like, or like, "Should we get another plate or something?" He's like, "We'll get it to go."
Right. And then she picks him up with. It was. I'm excited for that sort of thing. There's a little bit more adult content, but I think like that's part of it is kind of targeted toward. They show her like trying out her dress in front of her friends, and
they're like, "Your ass looks great." Yeah,
right. Like I do think like that might be targeted towards women. There's gonna be a lot of young boys that are kind of objectifying her at that point, but I think, like you said, she'll grow. She'll get more muscular as it goes on.
I think so too.
I'm excited for it. I think it looks good. The updated CGI is a big upgrade.
Oh yeah, you can see her. Like her hair's not just like a black sheet. It's like you can see the strands.
Right, and her skin has like some blemishes. It's not perfect, like smooth, like paper.
Yeah.
So yeah, excited for that.
Love to see a Matt Murdock in there too. I'd love to see
Matt Murdock would be really nice.
Matt Murdock would probably be in defense of the state, whereas she's in defense of Emil Blonsky, right? Like she'll be defending him.
Yep. There's also a good chance we see a clip or mention of Kingpin.
Yeah, and Kristen Ritter could be in there. Yeah. Like we don't.
So I think the show opens up a lot of potential fun cameos. But that it's going to be primarily around She-Hulk as a person and developing as like how to battle. Like our first superhero that we see that just openly is a superhero all the time and lives her life that way.
Yeah,
like Iron Man, like very similar to Iron Man.
She's gonna get her ass kicked too.
Probably. I think Titania is gonna.
Yeah,
I think Titania's costume looks awesome. People were talking some smack. Some people were loving it. I think her costume.
It just doesn't look like it doesn't look like comics costume, but
because she doesn't show as much skin. That's like the only difference. It's almost perfectly matched with a lot of what the comics showed. It's just instead of skin, it was just like skin.
They even showed like a frogman thing. There's like a small frogman thing. Yep. And then they got the wrecking crew at some point too. So like she'll. And Abomination is in there. There's so many things
we saw happen. Abomination,
yeah. So and he's human. It's Emil Blonsky, which we question that if he could change back.
Right.
So yeah, weird.
Should be cool.
Should be cool.
So, excited for it. The next thing before we do Multiverse of Madness is we got to see the Thor trailer as well.
Yeah.
Almost got to see Thor's ass, but it was blurred.
Right. Lame.
Very lame. I want to see. I
do hope it's uncensored.
We better see that cake in the movie.
They showed Hulk in Ragnarok. They showed the
right.
Hulk,
Taika Waititi has a thing for showing dudes' asses.
That's right. I'm for it.
I'm for it. I want. Yeah. We know Chris Hemsworth's caked up. We know it. Just give it to us. And we also know on the other side it's probably just a hammer.
It was Zeus, right? Well, obviously, all the girls fainted in there.
Yeah.
In the thing. So like, and Zeus was on the one side. So like, Hercules is somewhere. Hercules is probably like.
Well, I saw some people trying to say like who were the other gods and goddesses around Zeus. I don't think no god or goddess is like fawning over. Especially this is gonna be like a drunk, dorky Zeus, like more how he should be.
How Zeus is, yeah. Everyone was like, "Why did they ruin it?" Zack Snyder's Zeus, and I was like, Zack Snyder's Zeus looks like Leonidas. Like, that's not what Zeus.
That's not. If you know, I have a Greek mythology book right there.
Yeah. Zeus turned himself in mythology. Zeus turned himself into a goose so he could go cheat on his wife. That's what happened.
Zeus in some tellings of mythology has over 300 mistresses. He's fathered over 30 different children from mistresses, and that his wife has killed all of them. He's always drunk. Like, he's not the rip torn cool looking Zeus. He's not the Zack Snyder Zeus. That's less accurate, but Russell Crowe's clearly supposed to be the party Zeus.
Yep. I think so too.
Jane Foster looks super good.
Yeah,
I'm interested. The story was kind of, I couldn't really tell.
I don't know what's gonna happen. It was like
she was from another multiverse. Because we haven't seen each other in a while, but I've clearly been Thor for a while.
I don't know. And that must be later in the story. I don't know either. But she also said
very confused about the
she's
timeline.
Also like, what has it been? 3-4 years? And then Thor's like, it's been 8 years. So she probably got blipped.
Maybe.
Right? Maybe that's a 5-year difference. So she could have gotten blipped.
It's been 8 years, 4 months, 16 days, and 4 hours, give or take. I think Gore. I think he looks good, but I will say I wish he had no nose. Yeah,
I think they're also saying like as he kills more, he's gonna look more like Gore.
He might gain the tentacles a little bit.
Tentacles,
lose the face, get like a.
Because like he looks different from like his regular face, and then like him like looking like, I don't know, with like the veins and stuff.
And then there's one point where his teeth look fine, and then there's another point where his teeth look jagged.
Yeah, so maybe it like the Necrosword eats from him too. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm interested though. I think he looks good, but I think he could look better. But I like the idea of him growing as he kills. We see Valkyrie using Zeus's lightning bolt, so pretty clear one of the gods that gets made example of is going to be Zeus. Gore's probably going to destroy Zeus. I see a lot of people saying they're really nervous that Zeus is going to die, and or not Zeus, that Thor is going to die. And I was like, okay, we've been talking about this forever.
That's not
been expected. Thor's probably going to die, and they're handing the torch, kind of, but.
Taika said it wasn't
a passing of the torch movie, and if you think that, you're going to be wrong.
So I don't know. You got to bring in Beta Ray Bill too. You got to. I don't know. Beta Ray Bill needs to come in at some point.
It would be nice to see Beta Ray Bill or a hint to him at least, at minimum.
You got a hint of him in Ragnarok, but you got to kind of build on it, I guess. But I don't think it's
a passing of the torch.
I don't think so either.
Maybe he kills Jane Foster.
I don't think they would do that either.
I don't think they would do that. But I think that he definitely kills. We also Loki tattoo. Thor's back. Loki tattoo.
Rip Loki with the horns. Bost was there. Bostet or something. She was there.
Yep.
I don't know. There's gonna be a bunch of gods, and
a lot of them I think will die because especially if Gore does develop as he goes on, he's gonna have to kill multiple, not just these random, like that giant god that we see in the trailer over and over.
The big creature,
the massive ice one,
straight out of the comics. That image.
They can't just throw in gods that we haven't seen before like that in the movies,
right? And
that's all the ones he's killed, because that would make him not very menacing. He has to kill somebody important. He has to kill Odin or whatever. He has to kill Zeus. He has to kill Thor. Like he has to kill somebody of value. He can't just kill. Oh, here's a side character that's easily gotten rid of. Like,
and I don't think they can kill him either.
We need to have like pain. Like we need to feel pain. Like Infinity War level.
Yeah,
like,
all gods must die. Like he's got to.
He can't say all gods must die and kill two.
Yeah.
That
I agree.
That would make the character pointless.
Yeah.
He should be a big bad villain.
Yeah,
not like a big bad, but he should be like a pretty important villain.
And then they showed like a they were in like a hallway with a bunch of like busts on the wall, and there was looks like Lady Death, like Death, the Living Tribunal, and then like a Watcher. Like those are the three things. There was like Death, and there's like a skeleton face, and I was like, okay, well that brings in like Thanos, like Lady Death. And
that'll
Thanos
have to be cut out in China.
Yeah. A Living Tribunal head with you see two of the heads because it's a side profile, and then you have a Watcher head too. So we could get Living Tribunal, Uatu the Watcher, hopefully played by Jeffrey Wright.
Yep.
And then Lady Death. I don't know.
Jeffrey Wright would be awesome.
Yeah.
His voice was perfect. I like him a lot. That'd be so good. I don't know. I think the movie, that was very confused about the timeline. I think there's for sure, I think Zeus is dead. Said it's not a passing of the torch movie. Obviously could be a smoke screen, but if it's not, I'm glad we're being kept in the dark. I don't want any more information on it. No more trailers, nothing. Yeah. If this is all the information we had, I am very confused at what it's going to be. I have no idea. It
comes out in like a month and a week.
Yeah, so I hope this is how it stays, because I have no idea what to expect right now, and I would love if we could keep it that way.
Yeah, one thing I want from it is where there's Zeus, there's Hercules. And so I want Hercules, just because I don't know.
When there's Zeus, I think Hades. Like when there's Zeus, I want Hades.
Right.
I want Kronos. I would like there's a lot of Greek gods I would want. Obviously Hercules is a big one, and he has like more just ties to the comics.
Yeah.
But if we're bringing in like all the Greek mythology, there's a lot that I would want instead of Herc. Just I can nerd out about mythology pretty hard.
Ares is big too. Ares was on the bust in Ragnarok too. So yeah,
I'm excited right now. I'm very excited for it. Valkyrie looks cool. Her new stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope we stay in the dark. Looks phenomenal, and I want to see that cake.
I'd be like, my girlfriend would be like, "Oh my god!" And I'd be like,
"You and me are like, both of us like, you have Stormbreaker and I have Mjolnir, just for sure." Anyway, so that was Thor. We got She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Thor talked about. We missed it, or we didn't get to talk about it because all that stuff happened. But let's talk about Multiverse of Madness. It was very good. It was very good. This is one of those I was very excited for us to talk about, because I do think you and I are going to have differing opinions. So I'm excited. Based off of your retweets and your tweets and things that I've seen, I think we're going to have differing opinions on the movie. So I'm excited to talk about it. I would love to hear your opinion on the movie.
Okay. All right. So a lot of people were upset with like the cameos, and that didn't bother me at all. Like that didn't not at all. Like why bring in these characters if you're just gonna kill them off? It's like, because they're not our characters. They're not They're not our people. I loved seeing a Mr. Fantastic. It doesn't matter if it's John Krasinski. It doesn't matter if it's Ian Gruffeld, right?
Yeah.
It would have mattered if it was Miles Teller, but
They should have killed him if it was.
Yeah. Just a one-off. All right.
For no reason.
Wanda just like the portal opens to the universe and Wanda's just like everyone in that universe is dead. All right. When he popped onto the screen, my girlfriend hit me because she knew I'd be, extremely excited, and I was very excited to see that. Black Bolt, I was super excited. The costume looked badass. A lot of people were upset with, since I'm just talking about the Illuminati chunk right now, a lot of people were upset with the fact that the Reed Richards is supposed to be the strongest person or smartest person on Earth. Smartest man in the universe. Yeah. And they're like, you just gave away Black Bolt's power to them. And I was like, all right, first of all, people don't know that there is only one Scarlet Witch in every reality. Like, our Scarlet Witch is a Nexus being, which means there can only be one of that person. So there's only one Scarlet Witch. And so there's the difference between Wanda and there's the difference between the Scarlet Witch. Like, their power sets are a lot different. And so Reed Richards being like, we're not worrying about Wanda. We know Wanda. And then Doctor Strange is like, no, like the Scarlet Witch is coming. And they're like, it's Wanda. We're fine. We can deal with Wanda. So he is talking to the Wanda of his universe, who is a mother of two. And he's not just going to obliterate this mother of two. Like, he's going to try to talk her down. And he doesn't know that Scarlet Witch doesn't know who Black Bolt is. And so, I don't know. I don't have a problem with that either. Like, they were meant to die. He's got some morality. He's got probably a lot of morality in him. He's not just going to kill this mother of two.
Right.
And then there's a seventh chair there, and I've heard rumors of like every person under the sun: Balder the Brave, Iron Man, Namor, Black Panther. I've heard all of them. I think there was someone meant for that chair, but I don't know why they didn't put anybody in there.
I'm guessing they left it empty so that people would talk about that.
Speculation.
That'd be my guess.
There's a lot of rumors about Daniel Craig was supposed to be, everyone's saying Mr. Fantastic, but he was actually supposed to be Balder the Brave, like Thor's adopted brother, another brother of Thor or something like that. I have no problem with the Illuminati aspect. I think Wanda's alive, spoiler alert.
If you don't see the death, they're not dead. We saw the flash of red light.
Everyone loves Wanda too. Like, everyone loves Wanda. There's like, even if she went through this villainous path right here, like, she came back, I guess.
And we knew that she was like, the Scarlet Witch is the one that took her over. Like, Wanda's still in there. We found that because of Professor X in her head.
Darkhold and Cthulhu.
Also, in case anybody missed it, she didn't snap Professor X's head. She ripped it off.
Oh yeah, she ripped it in half. Yeah, when she was in the thing, and he was just like, "I'll save you," and then he was like, "Oh shit, she's right behind me." She looks like devilish.
Yeah, she's got fang teeth, and she's demonic at that point.
She like rips his head up.
Yeah, because if you freeze frame, his head is off his body.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't see that because it was so fast. But
so everybody thought she snapped his neck.
No,
but she ripped it off.
She essentially ripped his mind out of his head.
I had some complaints.
Let's talk about the Illuminati part. Like what you like, what you didn't like about that.
I honestly, when it comes to the Illuminati, I had the same thing. I thought I had no issue. They hyped it up with a bunch of potential cameos, and now after the movie, they said, "Oh, we were going to have Ghost Rider. We were going to have Namor. We were going to have Iron Man." Like, don't tell me this stuff because I don't care. Like, honestly, like, it didn't happen, so I don't care. Yeah. And I'm fine. Like, I wasn't there. Honestly, I wasn't there to see all these cameos. I didn't want them because we talked about, if you watch previous episodes, I didn't like Endgame because tons of cameos and tons of additional people make it like you don't get enough of each character. Each one feels less important. So, like, and honestly, I have a controversial opinion. I tweeted about the other day. I don't think Endgame's like a top 10 Marvel movie for
I think Infinity War is better. Like, I think
Infinity War is better.
And the fact that the cameos are coming, everyone who's watching this, like, they're setting up for Secret Wars. Yeah, and Secret Wars is where you're gonna get all your cameos. Like
However, I was upset that they didn't explore the multiverses. So it's Multiverse
Sure.
of Madness. I didn't view Multiverse of Madness as seeing all these different cameos. I viewed Multiverse of Madness as we were going to explore many multiverses.
Sure, and we just
Not
got
two.
Earth 838, and yeah,
That was what my upset is. Like, don't call it Multiverse of Madness. Like, it should have been called. I said this to my wife when I was like, it should have been called Doctor Strange and the Scarlet Witch, or like something along those lines, like Doctor Strange and something of the Darkhold.
sure.
I think it would have, calling it the Multiverse of Madness is not necessarily false advertising, but it was not a Multiverse of Madness.
It essentially set up for a Multiverse of Madness. It didn't.
Yeah,
like with the incursions and Clea and
now
whatsoever.
now multiverse is available in Marvel. The movie itself was not a multiverse.
Yeah, you hit two places. You hit Earth 838, and then you hit
616,
and the one where Strange killed everyone, like Sinister Strange or whatever.
So like that was my issue there.
Sure. That's
the Wanda chase scene I absolutely hated.
Which
like
one?
Wanda, where she's got like glass on her feet and all that.
Oh yeah.
So she can change reality, and she can blast these doors. How'd they stop her? Well, a blast door stopped her.
Yeah.
Like she could have changed reality there. She could have kept blast door. Everybody stop and turn and watch.
Right.
Like it was one of those like you watched her murder all these people. She can change reality, and yet this is still like a chase.
Sure.
I really, really hated that.
Yeah.
And controversial opinion here, I wanted Wanda dead. I was hoping Wanda would be dead by the end of the movie.
Our Wanda?
Yeah.
Or Scarlet Witch Wanda? Sure.
Scarlet Witch one. I know everybody loves her. I know that there's more Twitter Wanda stan bot accounts than there are real accounts.
Right.
I get it, and I'm really sick of those accounts as well, by the way. I wanted her dead. I think people are overrating her now. I think she's a very good character and a very good, but I thought this should have been her last movie, to be fair.
Sure.
I feel like Elizabeth Olsen's extremely talented. I love the character. I would have loved a happy ending, but after everything that she did and everything that happened there, I wanted her dead. I thought a good character finishing arc would have been her dying.
Sure.
So I was very disappointed in that. The end with Clea was very abrupt.
Yeah.
I
thought it was really weird going from the eye thing where Strange is like,
he's like, he seems in pain, like something bad's gonna happen. And then he just opens his eye, let's go.
Yeah. I thought that was very weird
as well. So I don't think this was as good as No Way Home.
Oh no, not at all.
And I still think Shang-Chi's the best movie from this phase.
Sure.
Obviously I have some bias, but I think Shang-Chi is the best movie from the phase so far. Then I'd say No Way Home, and then I'd rather watch Loki than Multiverse of Madness as well.
Right.
But yeah, I thought this was very good. I think people saying this is better than like the Batman and like better than some of these like really good movies, I would disagree. And I wish Wanda would have died.
Sure.
I don't like that the Minotaur was barely there.
Yeah, Rentar or something like that.
I don't like that America Chavez was kind of like, we didn't hear any backstory besides with her mom. Like that was her whole character growth.
Yeah.
Her mom's, and then that was it.
Yeah.
And she gets scared multiple times throughout the movie and never opens a portal.
Right.
Oh, yeah. How does she activate it? She gets scared. Okay, well, she ends up in 616 and there's a giant tentacle monster, so she's probably terrified, right? No, she's just gonna run.
Yeah.
Like there's just lots of inconsistencies to the movie depending on like how they set stuff up. Loved the musical fight. I thought at first I thought it was cheesy. As it built, I liked it.
Right.
The first, as it started, I was like, I laughed.
Well, yeah, and the music is a huge like thing in Strange. Like if in the first and when he's doing surgery, he's doing like they're quizzing him on classical music. Yep. So that's true to his character. In regards to Wanda, Elizabeth Olsen has stated like, she's like, obviously I still want to play the character, but I want to do what the fans want. And the only thing I can think of is just House of M. Like that's
Yeah.
the one thing
And
that
she's
she can
herself
do.
mentioned that like twice.
Right. Yeah. Is House of M. And then like Billy and Tommy have to come into the picture somehow too.
Yeah.
So,
I want Wiccan and Speed.
yeah.
Because we didn't get Wiccan and Speed, and because we didn't see her death, Wanda is still alive.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna really face any retribution for all the shit.
Yeah,
she
I mean,
did,
it was a
even though she should.
dark hold. Yeah. I mean,
Like, I think she should get
punished.
punished somehow.
Yeah.
I thought her punishment would be what happened and death. Like, I thought that would have been a good punishment for what she did.
Yeah.
And like, I feel bad. I know you love Wanda.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like really like Wanda. I know like Elizabeth Olsen. I like her too. But when the movie was over, I was done with her character.
Yeah, the movie they won because Wanda decided to stop. Like they didn't win because they won.
Right.
They won because Wanda was like, "Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. Like I'm wrong."
Right. And clearly that Darkhold like the Scarlet Witch wasn't truly evil, that demonic creature. Otherwise she would have been totally fine just killing a Wanda.
Yeah.
And then she can just change reality and make
and the fact that there's infinite number of multiverses, like you could have just gone to a multiverse where
everything's
like,
the same, but Wanda just died.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. And then like, well, what about like the fact that my kids might get sick? And it's like you can create a whole city
and you can alternate. Yeah, you can change reality, just make them not sick.
Yeah.
It's just too many inconsistencies, but I thought it was a very good movie. However, like I said, there were some movies that we've seen so far that were better, some movies that have been worse, but
I give it like a I give it a C plus, like a 7.5
I think
10.
7 is what I would give it.
Whereas No Way Home and Shang-Chi are in like they're in the 9s.
We gave both of those 9.5s on our ratings.
So and then Eternals and Black Widow are somewhere down below that.
I like Eternals.
I like Eternals too.
Terrible.
Eternals is just probably too long. And then the story was like inconsistent.
And some of the shows have just been better.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. I thought, I liked what they're doing. I like where they open it. It was just some things were a little too abrupt. Some things just, but I no issue with the cameos. That wasn't why I went to see that movie.
Yeah.
I do have an issue with the fact that they only explored a couple multiverses.
Yeah.
That was I would just change the title. That'd probably be it.
Sure.
Yeah. Good movie though.
Yeah. Coming up, once we see Miss Marvel and Thor, we'll do like a rate, we'll rate all the projects.
Yeah, because I think that's 9, right? We've seen 9 movies or 9 projects.
I don't know. I'd have to go through the whole. Well, Phase 4 started with WandaVision, so it's probably a decent amount.
All right. Well, once we get to like a nice solid number,
sure,
we'll just make a solid, just a list, piss a bunch of people off.
Loki, the movie Black Widow, Eternals.
What if?
What if?
Just no point in Gamora being that is 0. Anyway, also Obi-Wan comes out, so excited for that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
We can talk about that next week for sure.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm very happy to be back, though.
Yeah.
It is nice to just hang out, talk about stuff we like. And I'd love to get some people on if we can, and I would love to maybe some music people or casting.
Oh yeah,
sick.
If anyone has some small bands that are trying to get going, we'll sample some music for you. Why not?
All right, thank you all for watching. I had fun. Hope you had fun. See you next week. Check out all our other stuff. GG.
GG.